And I'm like, oh man, it's like MMA fighter teaches boxing. That gets a lot of hate. A lot of keyboard warriors.
Why does that get hate?
I don't know. It's everyone on Instagram seems to think think they're a coach. I just want to know why it's always the fat dude holding a fish in his profile picture that think he knows, that's telling me how a fucking jab is going to stop whatever I'm doing. I'm like, yeah, all right, calm down, Chachi. Like, I really want to know what the end game of these guys is. It's like, do you want me to be like, read that comment and go, yeah, you're right. You know what? Are you free in like 6 weeks to coach me for a fight? Be in my corner? Like, what is this? It's like, I never get that. It's like, if you're posting something that is designed as educational content to help another human being, like, why would you then go on that into the comment section and then just try to tear it down?
Yeah.
But like, if you're going to tear something down, like, be constructive. Like, when no one's perfect, there's always more information out there. Mm-hmm. But you can't just like fucking disagree with whatever you see on the internet, but just be fucking tactful for it and think to yourself before you do something. Does this add value? Or am I just being a cunt? You know, like,
literally.
Just be clear on that. Be clear on that. Because it's like, I remember one guy just tore strips off something, and I actually just, rather than reply in the comment section, I was like, oh, I'm gonna send, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna send this guy a message. And I'm like, dude, I'm just curious. I'm like, what outcome are you desiring from leaving a comment like this? And he's like, oh, it's just, I just wanted to say it's wrong. And I'm like, well, you know, and it's like, I pulled him out, and I'm like, just ask yourself why. Right. And it's like, I just had a conversation with him. It was like, oh, maybe I can change his mind about just being such a cunt publicly. You know?
Did you?
No, I didn't. He just continued to be a cunt. My favorite one is just like the comments. The comments are just like, you post. I was joking about this with like my friend the other day. It's like, I'll post a piece of content about a boxing combination, and someone will be like, yeah, one kick would stop that guy in his tracks. It's like, no shit, because we're boxing, not kickboxing, you fuckwit. It's like, go and hand an NBA player a tennis racket and see how they do. Like, it's two different things.
I don't know where these people exist. Like,
I don't know.
These people.
It's the same reason I won't go to the pub to watch UFC. I can't do it.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I can't do it. I can't see, because it's like, that's the other thing. Because you know what's worse than keyboard coaches is old fucking Gaz with his hat backwards on in the pub with a durry hanging out his mouth and a pint of Tuies, sitting there going, just fucking hit him. Just hit him. Nah. He's got to fucking use the elbow. Man, it's right there. He's just, dude, do you see this guy? He's just got to do this, mate. If he just did this, the fight would be over.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, Gary. Back in your fucking ute, drive home into the sunset.
Back in my day, I would have fucking hit him with my fucking left.
Oh, my other favourite one. Yeah, no, I probably could have fought in the UFC, but you know, I got injured a couple of years. Fuck off, mate. Oh, I have a very low tolerance for bullshit.
It's so funny. That's the easiest thing to say. Oh yeah, I could have fucking.
Yeah, I could have done that, mate. I could have been president. I could have been Prime Minister of Australia for X, Y, and Z. You know, where do we end? Oh, I could have been a millionaire if I actually did some work.
Exactly.
You know.
Oh mate, it's so funny. Like, I see those guys down the forge all the time.
Yeah, that's what they are. That's what they are. But I think that's just a male thing about watching sport. Is we always have to have an opinion about how it could be about what they should do. It's like, you have no experience. It's like, you have no play. It'd be like me watching a football game. Like, I can't believe he missed it. You're like, yeah, do you know how hard it is to kick a ball from here into that space over there with, I don't know, like, how many people on a football pitch?
11? 22
with 22 other people around? It's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite as, like, we love to simplify it and just try and make it as, you know, like, think it's as easy as possible. Mate, no, not easy.
Do you know what? All those keyboard warriors, like, when I listen to, like, there's, like, fan all the fans that I interviewed after the game.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, fuck, those are all the keyboard warriors. Because they're like, yeah, he should have done this, he should have done this.
Oh, yeah,
And
100%.
it's just like, mate, who are you?
Yeah. Well, exactly. So everyone's like, listen, everyone's got an opinion. It doesn't mean it's valuable though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Fuck. Oh, wait. Like, the boxing stuff is very interesting because everyone's like even when you're watching the fights, right? Like, I found myself doing it. I was like, he should use his jab more.
I know, exactly. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. It's like I have those same thoughts.
Yeah.
We all think it. We all like to think that we know better. You just gotta know when it's better to open your mouth about it.
Yeah. And that's the thing about fighting as well, because like, you got the spectators and you got the players, right? Like in anything in life, and what the players, like, unless you've experienced it, you have no idea how it is, you know? So when you watch a fight, you're like, oh, I know what's going on here. Like, you can see.
It's like, that's what I mean. It's like I've got like a little bit more context and knowledge as to what's going on. So it's like I see things in a fight that people don't as a general spectator.
Right.
So it's like if you have no experience in fighting and in martial arts and you're watching it for pure entertainment value. So you don't see the little nuances that are going on. I notice the nuances. I look for the nuances because I'm looking. It's like I'm looking at that fight in a different way. I'm almost studying it. Once again, the fucking numbers going on in the back. I'm not looking at like, oh yeah, great punch. I'm looking at like, how did he set that up? Yeah. All right. Cool. This guy's controlling this space really well right now. What's he doing to do that? Oh, that's a really good feint. Oh, I reckon he's probably gonna whoop. Yeah. Okay. He feinted, dropped, bang, found the shot. You know, I'm looking at the fight from a different angle. I'm looking at how things are taking place, not just what's taking place. Yeah. So I'll go back and watch fights when I think like, oh man, that was really good. I actually want to dissect that a little bit more. I'm like, how is it? It's like, I'll look for things like, I used to do this when I was training in MMA a lot. Like I'd find, especially for like grappling and wall sequences and things, I'd go back and watch like fight footage and stuff of fights where it's like, and I take note and be like, oh yeah, fuck, that was cool. I want to work out what that was. What are they doing there? So I'll go back and watch it and I'll just like watch it in slow motion. I'll try and work out. And I'm like, okay, like what's this guy doing to keep this person still? What's the other person trying that isn't working? And then what's the adjustment the other guy's making to make sure the fight stays where he wants it? So it's just like I try and look at it from both sides and be like, oh, and that's how you pull out value from a technique. And you be like, okay, there's a system here somewhere. There's definitely a system. What's he trying to follow? He goes this way, does this. Oh, that's a really interesting point of control. What happens when you, and then I'll go and like test it or grab someone and be like, all right, let's do this. And then I'll do it to someone. I'm like, what do you think you can do from here? And then I do it, and then I'll like put myself in the other position, and I'm like, all right, do this to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I see this now because it's like now I'm experiencing it from this side. Yeah, I've like it's like with this hand down, that's kept down here. I've got less control over here. It limits my movement this way. So it's like I look at a technique from both sides and go like, right, this looks like a really good piece of control, and then put myself on the other side of it so I can see what the potential options are to escape and change, and then when I go back to the other side now I understand the variables that will happen from it. Yeah. So rather than just going, I'm going to do this, but then I don't know what comes next. I put myself in the same position in reverse and then think about what I would do. How would I get out of this? How would I move? I probably might move here, move there. Great. Now I've just clocked 3 to 4 variables that from the other side I now need to be aware of when I'm in that dominant top position. Yeah.